Hey there folks, and welcome back to another Let's Play with Momo Joe. This time we're going to play a quiz called My Mental Age. I don't need your help. Well, this is going to test my mental maturity. This is just all falling apart. Why? Why are you so mean? Leave me alone, Damien. You devil dog. Cat. It's all useless. Hey there, YouTubies, and welcome back to another Let's Play with Momo Joe. This time we're going to play a quiz called My Mental Age, where we are going to test my mental maturity. I would like to think that I am a young monster who is wise beyond his years. So anyway, this test is originally from Japan, where it is called... I have no idea. I cannot read kanji. That is, the written language of the Japanese, by the way. So, let's just go ahead and pick an age, shall we? Okay. Now, see, I need to appear young enough to remain cool with the millennials, but at the same time, maintain some, maturity to gain respect from my peers. So, I'm thinking, I don't know, 25, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think 25 is kind of a stretch.
Shut up! Nobody cares what you think. 25 is fine. So am I male or female? Well, I mean, that's kind of sexist. What does that have to do with a mental age quiz? Okay, so first question. If there is a trip, I'll not go and stay home. I'll go if the trip is good, or I'll go without thinking. Well, I mean, I like to think of myself as the spontaneous kind of guy, so, I mean, if somebody asks, hey, you want to go on the trip? I'd be like, hey, do yuppies hate hipsters? Heck yeah, I want to go on that asphalt river and see the world. But then again, it could turn out like last time, where, I had to pay for all the gas and the snacks and, of course, the inevitable damages that are caused when a family of four sedan is crushed underneath the weight of the world's largest ball of twine. Yeah, I mean, what did you expect, Gary? I mean, I was bored. You said this was going to be a fast and furious trip, and instead I got the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. You know what, forget it. I'm not in the mood anymore, I'm just gonna stay home. So, okay. Do monitor your diet? I think they're just going, I'm just going to assume they mean, do I diet? And no, definitely not. Let's just say there are things that I eat that would kill a stage 2 diabetic just by looking at it. The fact that I am even still alive would baffle medical science. Kind of like Keith Richards. I would like to picture a future where it is just me and him battling it out to the death while our loyal legion of zombie roaches watch to see who will rule them all. I got a hint for you. There can be only one Keith. Okay, so you are invited in party. So do they mean I'm being invited to a party? Or being invited to a party I'm already at? Or maybe it's an in party, like the ones you hear about on TMZ, the ones that end with like a celebrity running out of the house with their hair on fire, and like another one getting videotaped while he's sadly trying to eat the cheeseburger covered in his own puke. What does one wear to that kind of party? I mean, I couldn't wear anything nice with like everyone Hasselhoffing all over the place. But at the same time, I don't want to look like a schlup. Then people might mistake me for David Spade. Now, I guess I will go with you were smart, because, I is definitely smart. So, what do you do when you return from work? I have important work to do, or I sleep, or hang out with family and friends. Well, I mean, the first thing I do when I get home is go straight to the bathroom. I mean, I wouldn't say it's important work to do, but after an hour or so, it's definitely hard work. Now, I leave the important work for my roommate when he gets home. Believe me, my boom boom sessions are about as explosive as a 7-year-old with a tummy full of candy corn. Now, and then, after that, I'll just sit down and wallow in my own self-pity while I cry in my SpaghettiOs and play some video games, so that way I can create another video for, YouTubers out there. Now, that is important work. Okay, as for electronic games, it's a waste of time, I addict it, or I play in the balanced way. Well, of course it's a waste of time. I mean, if it wasn't a waste of time, it would be worth doing, and then no one would want to do it. Besides, I am not addicted to video games. They are addicted to me. I consider it like a functioning alcoholic justifies his drinking habit. The only way to beat the liquor is to be the liquor. Besides, I mean, if I gave up games, then you folks wouldn't have anything to watch except for, cute kitten and puppy videos. So, I mean, yes, I addicted. Now, when I wake up early, I feel sad. Well, I mean, that depends on what I did the night before, which, is like every night before. Then, oh, that's great. Well, I mean, that just coincides with what I said about the night before, which, at the time usually seemed like a good idea. And I never mind. Well, I mean, that's my usual response after the last two options, and then I'll just inevitably give up to the horror that is my life, because, at that point, the other person's already awake, and, escape is impossible. I make friends who are older than me. Wow. Now, that is a tough one. I mean, how do I answer that and still keep the millennial subs? Because, I mean, they could turn on you like a pack of rabid wolverines. Now, like, how old are we talking about here? Like the older buddy that's just old enough to hang out with the young crowd and get away with it because, he can quote-unquote get stuff? Or are we talking about the hover-around Judy at the home? The one who confuses everyone under 4 feet tall with her grandkids and constantly uses colorfully racist comments to describe the staff. I'm just gonna pick yes here, and then I'll just add Bernie Sanders to my friends list, so that way I maintain some street cred. I've a dream. Well, of course I have a dream. I even had one last night. Have you folks ever had the dream where you are surrounded by a harem of gorgeous naked admirers, but yet when you took their veils off, they all had the face of Gary Busey? No? Why am I the only one that has that dream? You want to know something strange? I always finish it. Okay, so what you will do in the weekend? Is that like next weekend? Okay, well, I can tell you what I won't be doing this weekend is remembering any of it. So next question. Sometimes I waste money or time. Yes, no, or not so much. Well, I mean, is this an either-or thing? Because I know how you can do both. Buy anything from IKEA. I mean, you're gonna waste a ton of money on all kinds of neat things for your house, and then spend just as much time putting those Swedish torture devices together. Only to find that you have several pieces left over and nothing looks like the display model. But then, hey, in the end, it's money well spent for a living room coffee table that looks like it was assembled by a 5-year-old with a sugar high. I get angry. What do you mean by that comment? I am as cool and collected as Frosty's boxer shorts. Go on, Dumpster Dan! Tell the people out there that I am a paragon of patience.
Well, man, honestly, dude, you're like yelling at me more than you do the dog.
I did not yell at you more than I do the dog. And if I did, it would only because he would have the decency to at least light a match after dropping the kind of bombs you do in the bathroom. I mean, for crying out loud, guy. I mean, I went through an entire can of air freshener just because the new Glade plug-in I bought had shriveled up to the size of a raisinette. It was like walking into a biological disaster. Okay, yes, fine, I get angry sometimes. You happy? Are you interested in fashion? Oh man, heck, yes I am. I never miss an episode of Project Runway. I mean, I admit I mostly watch it for the Heidi Klum. Why she was married to that circus animal, I'll never know. But it kind of gives me hope. Yeah, no, I mean, just look at what I've got on right now. You think I wake up this way? No, it takes a lot of time and a serious lack of shame to look this fabulous. like the Tim Gunn says, you better work. I like living alone, living with my family, not to mention, well, you know, I would like to live alone. However, for me, in today's economy, it's either live miserable with other people or die alone and happy on the streets. You know, but at least it's a small consolation that I am making my roommate just as miserable, because the lease agreement and the $800 a month I give him in rent says so. You hear that, jabroni? I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if you spent $50 on that Cabernet. It was on my side of the fridge, and I was thirsty. I like to laugh at others. Yes or no? Well, of course I don't like to laugh at others. I do not take pleasure in other people's misery. It is immature and beneath me as a professional.
Oh yeah? Really? Yeah, check this out.
Oh my God! Okay. Maybe sometimes. Only if it's funny. Okay, let's see what we've got here. My mental age is 15? Wow, I was kind of hoping for something a little, more mature, but I mean, I'll go with, happy and youthful at heart. It's guess I'm kind of like the mental Benjamin Button here, yeah. But anyway, folks, thanks a bunch for joining me for another Let's Play. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment. But, till next time, bye-bye, YouTubies!